Okay, this is a demonstration on how to use the CloudCoin Foundation. It's our first Windows desktop system that allows you to take ownership of cloud coins and then to print them out as JPEGs or to print them out as .stack files. And so if you download the software, it'll come zipped, and you'll have to unzip it. And it usually is unzipped in your download folder. But I'm going to go ahead and put this on my desktop, and when you've got it on your desktop, you know where it is. And there is one problem that we've run into, and that is Norton AntiVirus seems to not like our program, and it's already deleted one person's CloudCoin folder along with their CloudCoins. So that's a concern. If you have antivirus and Norton AntiVirus, it might see Foundation.exe as a threat. Of course, there's nothing wrong with this program. It's a console application, which is old-fashioned, but that's a concern. If you have Norton AntiVirus, you might not want to use this until we figure out how to solve that problem. Here is the bank folder, and the bank folder is the folder in which all of your authenticated coins can go into. The only coins that ever go in here are authenticated, they're good, they're real. So you never want to play with this folder or add anything in it or delete anything in it, because this is all your real good money. Just want to leave this folder alone. You can kind of see what they look like in here, but don't mess with it. Now, here's your import folder, and this is where we put coins that we want to import. And I've actually put some bad coins in here so I can cause some faults and show you what happens when you put bad files in this import folder. Now we want to put all of our incoming coins. So if I download some cloud coins, I will go ahead and put them in my import folder. And I'm going to go to my import folder here, or my export folder. I'm going to get some coins that I just exported that I know are authentic. So I'll go ahead and cut these and put them in my import folder. So now I have some stack files and I have some JPEG files. I believe one of these is counterfeit, and I think one of them is bad, so we'll get some problems, and that's okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the program. And by the way, I should show you some of these other folders. I can start with the counterfeits. If you get counterfeit coins, they go into here. So if somebody gives you counterfeit coins, you might want to send it back to them and say, hey, this is counterfeit, it didn't work. And of course, you're not going to accept that as payment for anything. We have the fract folder. Sometimes you'll have coins that are slightly damaged, which means that not all of the RAIDA servers think it's authentic, but that's okay. We can fix that. You'll see fract coins all the time, and we've got a fract fixing feature that'll fix those coins. We've also got suspect coins. These are coins that have not been authenticated yet. So I've got some coins here that have not been detected. They've been sitting around here since the last time I used the program, and so when I go ahead and turn this on and run an import, it should go ahead and authenticate these. So sometimes if your program stops in the middle, you won't lose your cloud coins because they will be saved on your hard drive. We try to keep everything out of RAM. Everything's on your hard drive. That way you don't lose anything. We've got the money templates. Now you don't want to play with this unless you know what you're doing, but what you can do is you can, in the future, you'll be able to change all of these templates and use whatever kind of money that you want so that it looks any way that you want it to look. So that makes cloud coins fun. And then we have a trash. If you got some coins that you don't know what to do with, just throw them in the trash. You don't have a waiting folder, but you might want to create a waiting folder. This is coins that are waiting to be put into the import. All right, I'll go ahead and start the program. And just so you know, this is open source software. You can download it, you can change it, you can add to it, you can make whatever you want to. And we do not provide any guarantees with this software. It's free for you to use. I'll go ahead and issue the first command, show coins. This shows you how many coins that I have in my bank, and you can see that I've already imported some coins. I've got no fract coins. Now if I want to import, again, I start by loading up my import folder. There's two of them, imported and import. Make sure you don't confuse them. Imported means that they've already been imported, and we have them there just in case you need to see what you already imported. But we're concerned about putting them in an import. Okay, I'll go ahead and now do an import. So when I do the import, I have had a flaw, I've had a failure, and I actually wanted this to happen so you would know what to do about it. So it says the foundation has stopped working, and really we need to have a better way of dealing with this program, this flaw, so it doesn't just crash and do this. We'll put this out in the next version. Sorry about that. But it says it's out of range exception and had some problems. And let's take a look at why. Well, it's because these files that are in the import folder are bad. And so if I look at one of these files, it says stack, but if I look inside of it, it's not a CloudCoin. It's just a bunch of rubbish in here. And so this coin is causing me to have problems. Now, it will not be deleted automatically. This is an unhealthy coin, and so I'm going to go ahead, or unhealthy stack. I want to delete this. And what can happen, or what has happened in the past, is that your operating system might put files in here automatically, and they're hidden and you can't see them. So there's a file called thumbsdb, which if I create a folder and I make it to be like a graphics folder, there's a way to change the contents. So here, if I do that and it puts this hidden thumb.db file in here, that will also crash it. So I don't want to do that. Here is I think this is a healthy CloudCoin file. And nope, that one, wait a minute here. I'm getting, okay. So this is the way a CloudCoin file is supposed to look. It's called JSON text, and you get a bunch of coins, and they're separated by commas, and they have network number 1, and here's the serial number, SN, and then here's all the authentication numbers. And so here I've got 3 CloudCoins. I can count them, and this is how a healthy CloudCoin file should look. Let's see if it is going to work. Okay, so our program crashed when we were trying to import. I'm going to go ahead and run it again. I've got rid of the bad file that was causing it to crash. I'm going to go ahead and type in import. We'll try it again. And let me see. Okay, now it is actually authenticating. And you can see that I've got some red marks, and it's going from coin to coin. If they're all hearts, that means that's a perfect coin. There was no fractures. And so now after I can scroll up and I can see each coin and each serial number, and I can see what happened, and I can tell that 2 of my coins had some problems with these different RAIDA servers. They were basically, the RAIDA said that that was a failure, but we've got so many servers that are saying that it's good that we can count on this. We can put it in our fract folder and we can take it as money because we know that we can fix this and it's going to be good money. The great majority of these RAIDA voted and said that this coin is in fact authentic. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at my coins in the bank, and I can see that I have 399 perfect ones, but I have a fractured 5, and I've got a couple of fractured 25s. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and fix them. And so I'm going to go ahead and run fix fract. Okay, so this is going out, it's checking the RAIDA, making sure that the RAIDA is up and working. It's just got a success there where it was able to unfract something. And we did have possibly some fails. We'll take a look at and see what happens. This process can take up to 14 seconds per coin, but now I can see that it's finished, that it has in fact, at least with one of my coins, fixed it. So I'm going to go ahead and run the show coin again. Oh, okay, and I can see actually it did fix both my 5 and my 25. So all my fract coins are now good. Everything is good in the RAIDA. So that's what we like. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you some of these other commands. The last one I'm going to show you is export, but I want to show you show folders. And when I run that, it just shows you where your folders are located in your file structure. You already knew this, and this is probably not going to be an issue, but I just put it in here just in case you move your foundation.exe outside of this folder structure, and you'd know that you've got to move it back in there. Then we've got a couple of other commands. One is dump. Dump is used so that you can randomize the names of all of your JPEGs, of all of your stack files, and that will allow you to upload them to automated payment systems or to web servers where you can sell them automatically. And we are still setting those up. We're trying to find the best provider, but that's going to come, and that's going to allow you to quickly sell your coins immediately and get them and have them exchanged into whatever money that you want them. So if you want them in euros, you can get them in euros, or if you want them in Swiss francs or whatever. So that's coming in a couple weeks, and that's what the dump is there for. We also have quit, which of course quits the program. Let's take a look at export. Okay, so it asks us, do we want to export JPEGs or do we want to export stacks? Now remember, a JPEG has one cloud note in it. A stack can have lots of cloud notes in it, and so stacks are when you want to move lots of money. It's all compressible, and the JPEGs are when you want to only move a few notes, relatively small amounts of notes, and it's more user-friendly, and you can have whatever pictures you want on them. Now I'm going to go ahead and export JPEGs, and I'm going to choose number 1. And it says, how many 5s do I want to export? I'm going to export no 5s for right now. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'll just export 1. How many 25s? 1. How many 250s? I'll export 4 of those. Okay, then it's going to ask, what tag will you use on the file name? So this tag helps you remember whose that money is supposed to go to, or you can give it to somebody so they know who it's from. There is a secret, and if you put the word random, all lowercase, that will make it so that all your JPEGs have random numbers on the end of them, and that also will allow you to upload them to automated systems so that basically nobody can try to download them by guessing what their name is. So I'm going to go ahead and do that random. Okay, so now it's exported, and to see those files that I exported, I should be able to go right into the export folder. And so here I am, and I can see all these JPEGs that I downloaded. If I take a closer look at these, let me see if I can open them in a graphics software. What you'll notice is that each one of them has their serial number written on the front. And so everyone is unique. So all these JPEGs are unique, and they've got unique codes in them. Okay. But what you don't want to do with your JPEGs is you don't want to open them up in Microsoft Paint and then save them, because probably Paint will change those secret numbers. And we haven't really tried it yet, but that is an issue. You can experiment with it if you want, but you do it at your own risk. Okay, now suppose that something goes wrong and you do screw up. Like suppose I screwed up this money right here, and I made it so that it's not valuable anymore. Well, if I know that serial number, what you can do is you can send cloudcoin@protonmail.com an email, and you can say, I lost this coin. I screwed it up. Here's the serial number. Here's the date that I lost it. Here's my email address. I can put that on the lost coin report. And then what will happen is after 2 years, if nobody spends that coin because it's lost, then we will email it to you and you will recover it. And hopefully by then it'll be worth a lot more than it is today. So if you mess up your cloud coins, you can still recover them. Okay, so there's one issue I didn't show you, and that is what happens if you get a counterfeit coin. So I'm going to go in here. This one says it's counterfeit, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it out of here. I'm going to put this in my import folder. And we'll see what happens. Now, the biggest mistake that people make is they forget to unzip their files. So when you put your JPEG images in here and you put your stack files in here, you have to unzip them first. All right, if I put that in there, now I can go ahead and import. Okay, so it's trying to import it. It's going to check it. And what it said here, total imported to bank 0, total counterfeited 0. If I scroll up, I see that the rate said, nope, this is no good. And so I want to tell the person that I got this from that, hey, this was no good. You don't want to give them any property before you bring in the money and authenticate it to make sure it's good. I'm sure there's some questions that you might have that I haven't answered. There's probably issues that you've had that I can't imagine about. Please leave comments or questions in the space below. And if you subscribe, I will make video answers to them, and you can see the answers to your questions. So thank you very much. I'm very excited about CloudCoin. I hope that you are as well.